Welcome back. You're still watching the Daily Debate. Dr. Islam Anan, before the break, we spoke about a lot of important topics and fields for healthcare here in Egypt in general. I would like for the rest of the episode to be focusing on the importance of cooperating between the private sector and the public sector, of course, with the role of the government, as we did see the increase of the spending in the fiscal year for the upcoming year. As you mentioned during the report, it would be reaching 315 billion Egyptian pounds. But how important is to be having cooperation with different sectors for the benefit of the citizen at the end?
Yeah, so if we are talking about, for example, the next fiscal year, 24-25, and reaching 300 billion, it's very important to say, as you mentioned, it's actually an integrated healthcare spending, because it's between the public sector spending and the private spending as well, and our out-of-pocket expenditure. So putting that into perspective, all the presidential initiatives and all the healthcare initiatives, not only in Egypt, worldwide, were never going to be successful without the integration between the public sector and private sector.
Yes.
You will find some countries like the Netherlands, for example, they left the service providing completely to private sector, and they are focusing on health policy and public health and how to promote health as a concept. So in Egypt, we are not going to do that, but we are integrating what is called a triple P, a public-private partnership. And to have a triple P, it needs some terms and conditions, not just collaboration between the public and private sector in one project. It means we are actually collaborating in a sustainable project that will provide financial sustainability. It will provide a triple win. A triple win, it means a win for the public sector, a win for the private sector, and the most important, a win for the patient.
Yes.
So if we are fulfilling these two terms and conditions, it is a triple P. And for that, we do have a lot of collaborations in the previous couple of years, a lot of triple Ps. For example, in the new health insurance system, the private sector is actually involved in service providing. So we found a lot of private hospitals entering the new system. They are providing the service on behalf of the government, and they are providing the service free of charge. They are just taking the fees and the charges from the government itself. And we can find as well this in the triple P in the localization market as well for pharmaceuticals. A lot of international and multinational pharmaceuticals are currently localizing their medications in Egypt. They are opening new plants, they are manufacturing their medications here in Egypt. And it's very important to say that currently and this year, the latest report, we are manufacturing inside Egypt 92% of our needs from pharmaceutical products, which is the highest percentage in Africa.
Yes.
And that came from a triple P. That came from a lot of memorandum of understanding between the Unified Purchase Authority and the pharmaceutical companies, between the Ministry of Health and Education, and Population, and the Ministry of Planning, as well as the pharmaceutical companies. So to have a good future in terms of having this 300 billion Egyptian pounds expenditure to move from 60% coming from out of pocket to be only 20%, and the government to take over 80% of our expenditure, we need a strong and robust collaboration between the public sector and private sector. For example, as well, like telemedicine, which we can be speaking about it, because we're not going to be able to have a lot of primary care facilities. So virtual physicians will be the future, for example, and it's held mainly by the private.
But would it be as effective as going to the hospital or meeting with the doctor?
Okay, so to give a more clearer picture about telemedicine, we do have a big problem in a lot of rural areas that a patient will go to a primary care facility, and then he will say, but you need to see a cardiologist. But in order to see a cardiologist, you need to travel to Alexandria or Cairo or the nearest city where a cardiologist is there. And then he will plan a trip. It will take a couple of days. He will go there, he will book an hotel, he will stay at that city for a couple of days, see the cardiologist, and then return back. So we are talking about a week of lost productivity and a lot of direct cost spent by the citizen.
Yes.
So telemedicine is a solution that when a patient going to primary care, they can connect with the tertiary hospital where the cardiologist is actually located, and they open like a Zoom meeting. It's not a Zoom, but it's similar to a virtual call. And there is a kit or a machine inside the primary care, and a similar machine in the tertiary care unit. And the cardiologist will just tell the GP, the general practitioner, or the doctor at the primary care, can you please do 1, 2, 3, and 4 in terms of diagnostic. What he's actually doing there will be the result will be there at the tertiary care.
Yes.
So as if they are sitting in the same room, the primary care doing diagnostics, the cardiologist can see every single result, and then you are consulting, you are examining virtually, and you can write a prescription. They can tell the primary care to take care of certain conditions, whether they need admission, or he can tell the primary care, I need to see him. It's not going to work out virtually, so we need to send him. But it will decrease the referral from rural areas to main cities by almost 80% to 90%. So it will be more efficient that we are decreasing commute and we are decreasing cost. And most importantly, we don't have that much tertiary physicians, don't have that much cardiologists, rheumatologists, and so on. We need to spare their time and make them work efficiently. So we are decreasing the consultation face-to-face time by doing more virtual. This will be the future in general.
But this is the present of medicine and healthcare in the United Kingdom, for example, because I know doctors who are currently working, as you mentioned, but over Zoom meetings, for example, to be saying or giving their information, what is going on, how can we be treating this or that. So this could be done easily here in Egypt because we have the same infrastructure, we have the same equipment.
And I'll tell you something.
Yes.
We've launched telemedicine in Egypt since 2020.
Yes.
So currently we do have a lot of primary care units, especially in Upper Egypt and in Delta, are equipped with the telemedicine machines. And the tertiary one are actually located in Cairo, Alexandria, and the main cities, Asyut, for example. So currently we do have the satellite units, and it's in place, but it's just, of course, it's just a pilot, but it's operating efficiently. The system works. At the start, we were thinking about the mindset of a citizen, not seeing the physician face to face, and we saw that it will be a challenge, but actually they liked it, because you are telling a citizen you are not going to be traveling to another city.
It will be saving time and effort and money.
Time, money, so they loved it. So it was very successful, and currently the Ministry of Health has put telemedicine as one of the main priorities for presidential initiatives. So it is a presidential initiative currently, and it will be expanding, and universities are doing the same as well. So Ain Shams University is doing that currently with telemedicine. So in 5 years we'll be sitting in the same studio talking about it, and it will be a fact that most of primary care units will be operating via telemedicine. So, and this is a very clear example of public-private partnership. This is mainly operated by private diagnostic companies and private telemedicine companies.
Yes, the future is bright for this field. Dr. Islam Anan, the lecturer of health policy and health economics at Ain Shams University. Thank you very much for being with us tonight on the Daily Debate.
My pleasure as usual. Thank you.
The pleasure is all mine. And this brings us to the end of the Daily Debate for tonight. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.